Well, it came down to the wire, but we finally found out who got that fifth and final spot in the Boston Red Sox rotation to start the season, at least. It's Connelly Early. Today, we'll dive into Early's profile, what he excels at, and ultimately what separated him from a pack of qualified arms who could have easily filled into that 5 spot instead of him. First, a little refresher on how we got here. Connelly Early was a 5th round pick in the 2023 MLB draft. The southpaw spent a pair of seasons playing in Army before winning Patriot League Pitcher of the Year and transferring over to Virginia shortly after. He then caught Boston's eye, and since making his professional debut in the minor leagues, he's tacked 3 miles an hour onto that fastball, and looks like he could be a real steal compared to where he was drafted not too long ago. The southpaw made his way up the minor league ranks, and if you tuned into the 2025 MLB postseason, you may have just caught him. While other starters like Cam Schlittler and Trey Savage stole the stage, Early was auditioning for a spot on this year's roster a few months ahead of time. Even in the regular season, the guy impressed. He went 1-2 with a 2.33 earned run average over the course of 4 starts. The most impressive aspect in my book, 29 strikeouts to just 4 walks. I know that's a small sample size, but that's some top-tier command for someone who has never towed the rubber in a big league game before. Quite the first impression. For his strengths, while Early has been adding some velocity onto that fastball, it's actually his changeup that rises above the rest of his options. This is a 60 grade pitch with a decent amount of arm side fade. His control tool is also at a 55 grade, but based on that strikeout to walk ratio and what we've seen thus far in the spring, I think that's underrated. And again, that didn't stop in spring training. Over the course of 4 starts and 5 appearances, he struck out 16 and walked just 5 over the course of 17 innings. That's the most innings pitched of any Red Sox pitcher to this point, by the way. So Alex Cora got a really good look at what his number 5 starter was going to look like. For a weakness, it's something that's kind of fading, to be honest. Scouts just had his overall ceiling labeled as a back-of-the-rotation guy in the bigs. That's basically because he was labeled as more of a cerebral pitcher coming up. Now he's got some more power. That's risen dramatically over the last 12 months. He still has that cerebral nature about him, but he knows how to locate and now happens to sport a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. One of the other options who could have taken this 5th spot from Connelly was, no shocker, another lefty in Payton Tolle. Tolle has one of the most high-powered fastballs in the minor leagues, and that reputation will likely stick with him when he gets back to the big leagues. But the big critique with him was pitch variety, as he used that 4-seamer well over 50% of the time in a short regular season stint last year. So what gave Early the nod over another dominant lefty like Payton Tolle? Pitch variety helps, accuracy, poise, but ultimately, I want to go back to that postseason performance we saw just a few short months ago. I'd like to think that's stuck in the minds of the Red Sox front office, in the mind of Alex Cora, and just look at those other names like Savage and Schlittler. Their runs serve them well. The Red Sox are in a unique scenario with 3 of their 5 slated starters being left-handed, but when you have that type of velocity, that type of funk, and that command like Early and the others, you make the exception for high-octane pitching that we could be seeing wire to wire this summer. Let us know how you believe Connelly Early will perform in the 2026 Big League regular season. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and we will catch you in the next video.